Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 8 of Bleeding Blue Podcast. I'm your host, Ryan, and with me is the other Ryan as well. Boys, we are doing well today. We are very, very happy after last night's big W by the Bills.
Yeah.
That was a good fucking game, man. That was like I again, I saw that. I was watching that at the restaurant, all positive. Josh Allen is the fucking man, let me tell you. Like, holy shit. But yeah, is that like there's a person who's just watch like, really starting to get into football, Bills Mafia this year? Is this like normal for this man to just have these insane games like that? Like, I mean, or even was that insane game? Is his ceiling even higher? Like, have you seen better games by him?
Well, yes, I have seen better, which
Yeah.
is hard to say, but like the no turnovers is why we won that game.
Yeah.
If Josh, there's a couple of passes where they were deflected, and I don't think Josh threw one bad pass that game.
No. Yeah.
That was like out of the like that was like I don't think he threw one pass that was like he like just wanted to chuck it down the field and try to make a shot play. That was like all the passes were like either like he had to go through like three D linemen who had their hands up, he had to throw it over them, and the receiver just couldn't get it. Like it was he played a pretty much perfect game
Yeah.
uh yesterday.
It,
And that's what he does in the playoffs. Like I said that last week. I'm like, when it comes to playoffs, he doesn't fuck around.
yeah.
Like he makes sure that he's on his best game. He knows what the fuck he's doing, and it showed last night.
I was gonna say that it seemed like he was like right from the get-go. It was right away. It's like touchdown, Bills. And that just gets the crowd going. And then all right there, you're like, oh fuck. It's like anytime like in a big series, big playoff, like first game, you hit a home run first inning, you score a goal in like the first like minute of the game, you score a touchdown
Mm-hmm.
first minute of the game. That like gives you such a big advantage, like in terms of just relaxing like your team and getting those jitters out. I bet you like right
Mm-hmm.
after the first 5 minutes after that touchdown, he's like, all right, we're fucking winning this game. I don't give a fuck. Like he's ready to go. And
Yeah.
probably Holmes is the same way. Any good players will be like that. But that definitely was a big, and yeah, it gets the crowd into it too. It's not like, oh fuck, like we're
Mm-hmm.
already. We were positive right away. It was good. It was a really good start. Uh,
Yeah.
but yeah, no, I was gonna say so. Um, what else do you have to say about this game, though, man? Like, you have any predictions or?
Well, I want to say props to Mason Rudolph, the
Yeah,
quarterback of the Steelers, because it's his first playoff game, and it was obviously it's his first playoff game, and he's playing in Buffalo, which is a tough environment for anyone,
mhm,
regardless of who you are. And I thought he played pretty well, man.
yeah,
He didn't. The interception was a tough one. End zone, like it was like really tight coverage by Elam. So I don't really. It wasn't a bad throw, I don't think, by him because Deontay Johnson was right there with him. So I
yeah,
don't. I don't really give him the blame, but I think he played pretty well. Um, I think if TJ Watt was in the game, who was out with I think it was MCL sprain, it would have been a very different game, I think, because the Steelers were getting to Josh most of the time, and he had to scramble out a couple times. And if Watt would have been double teamed the whole game.
yeah.
So I feel like if he was in there and you had to leave one of the other guys open, like Cameron Hayward, it would have been a tough outing for Josh. But yeah, I'd say props to Steelers, man. I think they played pretty decent. Just those turnovers in the first half kind of cost them the game.
Yeah, no,
With the receivers, Pickens and Fryermuth. Yeah, that's another comment I want to make. That Fryermuth fumble that the Steelers kept the ball after that because it hit his helmet while he was out of bounds, making it a dead ball, is one of the worst rules in the NFL. I
yeah,
don't understand how they can make that make that call. Like it's a clear fumble. Like it was even clearer than the other one before that. Like I have no idea how they called that a dead ball and kept it with the Steelers. That makes no sense. But other than that, like I'm not complaining. It was pretty much perfect game that we
yeah.
played.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say like it seemed like you could just like every time Pittsburgh was on offense, like it seemed like their quarterback was just he was getting again turnovers. There's a couple sacks against him. Like he did not seem comfortable. That's like from my
Yeah.
it seemed like that. Maybe it was like I don't know. Is he a good QB? There the
Mason Rudolph, he just started playing 5 weeks ago, right? Because he's the third string for the Steelers. So, but he was playing well last 3 weeks. Like he won the last 3 games of the season, right? So, I like obviously the first playoff any playoff environment's going to be tough, especially seeing as this is your first one. Like
yeah
I didn't expect him to have like a light like 350-yard like amazing game. Like that never happens with unless you're CJ Stroud or Jordan Love, which we'll get into later on. But it's just it's tough. It's a different beast playing in the playoffs, man. So I think he played pretty well for the circumstances he had. Like the Bills defense was playing amazing. It was tough. It was tough for him, man. It was tough.
no for sure it was a good game overall. I
Yeah.
was gonna say though it was yeah like last night though you watched the Eagles and the Bucks game as well.
Oh boy,
Yeah,
that was a tough watch.
Kelsey man, that's
I
that's
feel I feel bad for him, man. I feel bad for him. That organization fucked him over. Like he like obviously he keeps his heart on his sleeve as you know from like past games, big games that he's been in. But it's damn man, I feel like that's the only person I like on that team when
yeah
it comes to like I can respect him. Like and maybe AJ Brown, but obviously he didn't play, which was a big factor in that game. But Kelsey's such a likable guy, man. To see him, pissed off that he can't keep going in the playoffs just makes me sad, man.
yeah
He's such a nice guy, amazing player. He's like the Tom Brady of centers. I
yeah
saw that comment earlier this morning when I was looking at posts. Some guy said he's the Tom Brady of centers, which makes sense because he's been doing it for, I think he's been in the league for 15, 16 years. And he's been an all pro for 8 years. Like he's amazing, man. And to see him pissed off, like it's not a good sign. And obviously he's retiring, so which is sad
Mhm.
to see because he's a great player. So
No, it's
that
too
organization needs to change up a couple things if they want to
yeah.
if they want to contend again.
It's weird because they were such a good team from the get go. Like I just thought it was weird
Yeah,
what happened. I don't know if there's some.
yeah,
It is what it is. Yeah. I mean, should we get into a couple of our predictions for as well as like talk about like how we think these teams will do for our predictions for the next upcoming series?
yeah. Let's do it. Let's go in order from when the game starts. So we got the first game. We
Okay.
got Baltimore against the Houston Texans.
Okay.
This is another game I am looking forward to because obviously you saw Houston last week dismantle the Browns defense, who are one of the best in the league. Um, CJ Stroud looks amazing, man. He looks like a top 5 QB. First year of his career, he looks incredible. Obviously playing, I'd say the best team in the league. Uh, in the Baltimore Ravens, Lamar Jackson, stud defense. They're probably up there with Cleveland. So I feel like Baltimore has been preparing for how they're going to play against Stroud and the defense and how they're going to stop him. Um, but I feel like this is going to be a close game. I feel like not a lot of people. I think a lot of people are going to say, Baltimore's going to blow the doors off of Houston because they've had time to prepare for the Ravens. But I think, in my opinion, I feel like a lot of people are going to disagree with this, but I got Houston winning.
Okay.
I got Houston with the upset. I think the reason why is because I think I mentioned this to you before, but Baltimore's been off for a couple weeks now.
Okay.
They've had rest. They're not in game mode, right? They've been off for 2 weeks. Um, trying to prepare for the playoffs. And this happened a couple years ago. So I'm kind of worried that they're not going to be, you know, feeling like they need their mental state is not going to be as right as what Houston is because they've been playing every single week, right? They haven't had a rest week. So I'm kind of leaning towards Houston here because they're in that game mode. CJ Stroud, I don't feel like he can be stopped, man. It's going to be tough for Baltimore to stop after that Cleveland game.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go Houston in a very close game. I think it might be even like a 1 point game.
Okay.
Like but I got no, I got Houston with the upset.
So I got the exact same thing as you. So I put Houston as the winners of the this AF division series. So I'm saying I am gonna say that the reason is because very similar to you. It's they have been off for so long now, and there's something about being on kind of a hot streak, being on a consistent streak, and having that just momentum continue to build up. So right now, after the Houston Texans just won like 40, what was it, 45 to like 13 or something like that.
Yeah, it was a blowout.
Yeah, so it's a blowout. They're coming in with their heads high. They've got, they're gonna be going in there. Okay, we're not scared. So, and they're probably not gonna be nervous either. So I'm thinking that again, this is gonna be a similar situation with a game that is not gonna be close.
Wow. So
Yeah,
you're saying Houston blows the doors off of Baltimore?
yeah, and I fucking hate Baltimore too. I hate that city. I hate everything about it because of again, it reminds me this situation reminds me of what happened in the playoffs with the Orioles, where they come in with their heads held high, they make it, they advance to the ALDS already. They don't have to go play in the wild card. They miss a few weeks or like a week or two. They've already been, confirmed uh division series, going to the division series, and they come in, all cocky, and look at us. And then again, a team coming from Texas Rangers comes in and absolutely kills them, comes into their home and destroys them. And it's going to be a big upset because, they've had all this success. They've had basically, nothing go wrong for them this year. Everything has just gone quite positively for the Baltimore Ravens. And it's same what happened with the Baltimore Orioles. So I think it's going to be the exact same thing. And I would just love it. It's going to be incredible to watch them just, fail and suck. So hopefully that is what happens. See, I might, be, not looking too good. This prediction could, come bite me in the ass, if somebody sees
Yeah.
that, fuck them, I
Yeah.
want to lose. I want to see them suffer. So,
Okay.
yeah, no, that's my prediction for
Okay.
series.
Yeah. All right. We'll go with the next one. We got the 49ers against the not Cowboys, sorry. Get the fuck Cowboys, get the fuck out of here. Now we got the Packers. Packers against the 49ers. It's gonna be a good game. Usually in the past times when the Niners have played the Cowboys, it hasn't ended in the Packers' favor. So this is kind of like the opposite of that Cowboys Packers game where the Cowboys used to suck against the Packers. Obviously, that happened last week.
Yeah.
But it's the other way around now. The Cowboys suck. Not the Cowboys, sorry. I keep saying the Cowboys. Fuck them. The Packers are always struggle against the 49ers in the playoffs. So it's kind of the other way around. I think that stays. I think that stays the same way. I'm going to go with the 49ers here. Um, reason being, I don't think the extra week affects them. Christian McCaffrey is unreal, man. He is unreal. It's going to be tough. Brock Purdy, everyone has speculation, what is he going to do? He had a tough time in the playoffs last year.
Didn't they make it
So,
to the NFC though?
yeah, they made it to the NFC Championship game, but he got injured halfway through, so they had the backup come in. So he hasn't like shown his full potential in the playoffs.
Okay.
It's gonna be tough. I feel like it's gonna be a closer game than people expect. Kind of like with the Baltimore game. But the 49ers just have the Packers number whenever. So I'm gonna go with the Niners here. I say it's gonna be like a 10-point game. I think Jordan Love will play decent, but I don't think he's gonna play well enough against that Niners defense because they got Fred Warner, Nick Bosa, like they got studs on the defense. So I don't think Love is gonna play as well as he did against the Cowboys, especially in the Niners environment, which is a very tough place to play. So I'm gonna go with the Niners by 10 points.
All right, I'm going 49ers as well. I'm going to go
Yeah.
big San Francisco guy. Love that city. Been there a couple of times. Lots of fun. Huge Giants fan. If I'm cheering for a team, it's going to be the Giants, the San Francisco Giants. Great sports. I'd say it's a pretty underrated sports town. Like I don't think people realize like how, you got Golden State Warriors, you've got the 49ers who always do well, and the Giants who in the last 15 years have won 3 World Series. So,
Yep.
I'm gonna give them the little upper hand there. And I love the vibe in San Francisco too. So, that cold weather, it's right on the ocean. I think it's a cool place. And that is the reason, specifically, just because it's a cool place. San Francisco all the way. Green Bay fucking sucks. So they can all you got is cheese, guys. All you got to have is cheese, and you had Aaron Rodgers. You can't even keep him. So, but yeah, so 49ers all day.
Oh yeah, you really dislike Green Bay. I remember texting you during the Cowboys game, like I didn't expect Green Bay to play like this, and you said no, Green Bay sucks. You just despise them, man.
I can't stand them. I
Despise them.
cannot stand them. The colors are disgusting too. It's like it's a pea yellow that they have. They've got and then a garbage green that's the colors. Like that's the scheme of their whole jerseys. And then obviously white. They just go with the fucking easiest color. Oh, look at us. So fuck them.
Like the thing is though, like I feel like I understand. I like that Green Bay is my second favorite team in the NFL.
Really?
Personally, I just like I love Aaron Rodgers, man. I love him.
Mm.
He's such a good quarterback. Like back when they were like consistently in the playoffs, going to the championship games, I always cheer for them.
But
Like it's just something about Aaron Rodgers because he's just the way he throws the ball is like he's the best. In my opinion, he's the best passer of all time. Fuck Brady. I think he's the most accurate. Like throws the ball the most beautifully. Like he's the best.
but can you
He's the best in my opinion. Not the best quarterback. Brady obviously is the best quarterback, but I just feel like the best passer of the football is Aaron Rodgers by a million, in my opinion.
But can you take away the art, from the artist? Like in the sense that you can look away and just like not see him as just being a fucking ridiculous human being. Just like everyone talks about, he's on Jeopardy and he's trying to have all these debates with fucking Travis Kelsey about anti-vaxxing and vaccine still to this day, which makes zero fucking sense. It's like COVID was fucking years ago, bro. Chill. So that's my whole concern about Travis. Why is tell me to lower my hand?
I don't really look into that. I just look into the way he plays football because
Right,
he's ridiculous, man. He's such a good player. It's I was obviously I was happy that he got injured because they were playing the Bills and I didn't want to deal with him in the first game. But like seeing him go down just kind of made me sad because he's such a good player, man.
fair
No
enough.
matter what team, no matter what team he's on.
Fair enough. I haven't seen enough of him to, be like, okay, he is a fucking good player. I haven't.
Yeah, I think other people would agree with me unless you're like a Bears fan or a Lions fan who've just been traumatized by him since he's been with Green Bay. So, but yeah, let's go on to the next game. Speaking of the Lions, we got the Lions coming up against the Bucks, who won last night.
Okay.
Two big wins from each team this weekend. Lions obviously be a tough Rams team, which I thought was going to go the other way. Yeah, and the Bucks surprisingly blew out. I didn't think it was going to be like that. I didn't think the Eagles game was going to be like that yesterday. I thought it was going to be relatively close, but the Bucks blew the doors off of the Eagles. I think this is going to be a blowout. I think the Lions are going to destroy the Bucks. I think like that home game on Sunday night, everyone was there. Eminem was there. You got all the stars from Detroit's finest watching them. I feel like Jared Goff is in that mode right now. I feel like he's moving. I don't think anyone can stop him right now when it comes to the playoffs and them being at home. I think Detroit, I think they beat them by like 25. Like I feel like they're gonna blow them out. I feel like Mayfield's gonna have a tough time with Aiden Hutchinson. The star D lineman coming at him. It's gonna be a tough. It's gonna be a tough ride for the Bucks. I think the Lions absolutely dismantle them. Dismantle the Bucks. That's my opinion. What do you think?
I think it's going to be. I had trouble deciding for this one because again,
Okay.
I do not like the Bucks. I do not like them, but I had just because last night's game against. I mean, again, it's an Eagles team that it's a shell of itself. A shell of the team it once was, like at the beginning of the season, obviously. But I think that I'm gonna go same kind of the Lions got this momentum. They've got this easy to root for. They're an easy to root for kind of team. The underdogs, it's been forever since they've been in the playoffs and succeeded too. So see them win the wild card. I'd love to see them, win a couple more rounds. Obviously, don't want them to win the Super Bowl, but I'm taking them over the Bucks. Bucks had their fun little time against the Eagles last night. Now it's time to say bye bye. So I think
Yeah.
or not time.
Yeah. It's
Lions.
It's not gonna be a fun ride for the Bucks next week. I don't think.
Yeah. So
It's not gonna be fun.
okay.
And then obviously we have the big game.
Okay.
Third matchup, Chiefs Bills.
Okay, I'll go
in
first.
Buffalo. You want to go first this time? I'll just set it up.
Okay, yeah.
Buffalo against the Chiefs. First two matchups in Arrowhead. Now they're coming over here. Mahomes' first away playoff game ever. Fuck the Super Bowls, whatever he was in. Those aren't away games. This is real NFL football right here. You got to go away in order to solidify yourself as a great quarterback. Now is the time, Mahomes. Take it away.
Question first, actually. Are you going to get a ticket for this game? Are you going to try and go to this game? Or are you?
Fuck, if the price is right, man.
This is right. I would.
Yeah.
If the price is right, I might have to go. I think that'd be an insane watch, especially if they won, which they will.
Yeah.
And that's my prediction for this series. They're going to win. So Bills, had a big dominant win against the Steelers. That's what winning teams do, is they beat the teams that they're supposed to. They were supposed to win last night, and that's what they're supposed to do. Now comes the real challenge. Last 2 years, it's been tough, they haven't had their chance to beat the Chiefs. They had the biggest upset in 2020, right? Or 2021, was it? Where they had went into overtime. Kelsey just barely catching that ball. It was a tough game to watch, and I think now is their time. Third time's a charm. I believe in luck. No, I don't, but for this series, I will, and that's what I think is that they are going to beat the Chiefs. And that's the thing about luck is a good man, a strong man, makes his own luck, and that man is Josh Allen. So I think the Bills are going to absolutely. It's not going to be a clobbering, but it's going to be a high-scoring game between two incredible quarterbacks who have the games of their lives, possibly. And this is going to be it. This is the script is being written as we speak right now. And at the end of it, Bills win and they sail off to the AF championship game. So that's my belief.
Yeah, I am right with you, man. Mahomes is going to have a tough time with his little girlfriend and Travis Kelce's little girlfriend up in the fucking box. We won't speak their names, but it's gonna be first away playoff game is not gonna be fun for him. You were coming to Orchard Park, buddy. I hope you're fucking watching this. You're coming to Orchard Park, buddy. It ain't Arrowhead. You're coming to a fucking real football town. Fuck Kansas City. Josh Allen is gonna show you who's your daddy. 400 yards, total yards. He's running for 100 on your ass. Give me the Bills by like 17. This is not going to be a close game.
Exactly what it is. 17.
Buffalo is going to fucking destroy you all.
Yeah.
Watch it.
Get ready. Snowballs being thrown.
Man, Josh is already manifesting it right now in his head. It's over for you guys. It's over.
Yeah, Bills all the way. Bills Mafia. You're gonna, it's gonna be tough for those Chiefs, my friend. It'll be tough. But yeah, that's a great great prediction right there. We did not do too well for the wild card. I went 2-3. You went what, 1-4? Was
No,
it?
you went 3-3. You went even.
Oh shit!
I went 2-4. I did not do well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
I did not do well.
Yeah, I did okay. 3-3, 500 average. That's okay. 50%. But yeah, no, it was good. I mean, my question is to you. You got to be fucking ecstatic. This is the first time you're seeing. I mean, not the first time, but this team's on an absolute heater. These Bills. 6-game win streak if you include the playoff win that they just had. So like, and also going from 6-6 to 11-6, finishing the season, and then coming in doing their thing. I mean, as a diehard Bills fan, would you say you're obviously die? How is this? How is this feel, man? Like I'm jealous because I am a fan, but I'm not like this. Isn't the Jays, winning a wild?
Hmm.
So if that was it, I'd be through the roof. Like excited.
Yeah,
Got to be, because this team has also won wild card games last like 4.
yeah. 4 straight years they've won a wild card game. So it's like I'm used to it, but like it's still a big win, right?
It is.
Like, but it kind of compares to the season where we lost to the Chiefs in overtime. Because that same year we were 7-6 at one point, and
Oh
then we won out.
yeah.
We won out the rest of the year, went 11-6, won the division. But yeah, we dismantled the Patriots in the wild card game. Like that game was, I think that was the perfect offensive game like ever. We didn't have one punt. We
Wow.
didn't have one punt the whole game. Yeah, I think we scored 47 points that game. It was like 47-17. Yeah, we destroyed them. And it was kind of like the same thing with that Steelers game. It was like the weather was really cold. It was really cold that day. I remember that.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm just happy. I'm just so happy now that fucking Mahomes gets to play in Buffalo, because he has played in Buffalo before, but it was during the COVID year, so there was no fans there. So he didn't experience Buffalo football, but he's gonna fucking experience it on Sunday, that's for sure. And it's not gonna be a good time for him. That's all I'm gonna say. Taylor Swift's gonna be in her little fucking box, all heated and shit. Yeah, go back to fucking doing concerts, because your man's over there. He's not going to be contributing that much this weekend. So
He shit the bed. He was
yeah,
not
everyone's saying Kelsey played well on Saturday. No, he didn't. No, he did not. He
dropped.
fucking dropped like 3 balls, man, right through his hands.
Mhm.
He's not playing well right now.
No, no, he's not.
He's not playing well because of who he's dating. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, God.
No,
Yeah,
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But yeah,
maybe. Yeah.
yeah, Mahomes. Yeah, it's not gonna be a good time for them.
No,
That's all I'm gonna say. It's gonna be a tough game for them. That's all I'm gonna say.
fair enough. Fair enough. All right, shall we move on to the dreadful Leafs that are?
Oh, fuck.
It was
Now
a
we go into these guys now.
terrible, terrible week for the Leafs. I don't know what the hell happened. When do we put on the panic button? When do we start like, okay, this team fucking has not been good. So
Well, we can start after this road trip that's coming up.
I think you're right.
So we had the first game, which was great when they played San Jose at home. It was like 7-1, which was great. I'm like, all right, maybe we're coming up on another good week
Too many.
after that Western California road trip. Just great. I remember one point in the game, I wrote some notes here. Matthews for the first couple of shifts, he had black tape on his stick. So he usually has white tape. He played the first couple of shifts. He didn't play well. He switches back to the white tape stick. Absolutely puts a banger in. So I think I think Matthews needs to steer away from the black tape for now. Yeah, great game, obviously. And then Marner had a couple goals as well, which was nice.
Riley.
Riley had a nice one. Uncle Jake coming in with one as
His
well.
first-
Robertson scored as well. If Robertson is scoring a goal, you know we won the game, because Robertson rarely scores.
Yeah.
Yeah. He rarely scores. He only has like four this year,
Hmm.
3 or 4 goals. He barely gets playing time because Keith fucking hates him.
Right.
But
That's 6 goals.
6 goals? Okay, I thought it was less than that, but
Yeah.
yeah, good solid win. And then we move on to this fucking shit of a game
I mean,
when they played the Islanders.
the Islanders game and then the Avalanche's game felt very, very similar. Going up 3-0.
Yeah,
you start off, you're like super hot, getting scoring 3 goals. It felt like you're on
Yeah.
holy shit. And then these teams, both of them start to come back. Again, you were talking to me about this. The Islanders just continue to kill the Leafs. And again, another overtime loss. You feel bad for, I mean, do you feel bad for Tavares? You can't play against him.
Fuck no. Fuck no.
No, you don't feel bad.
No, I don't feel bad for him. He should be the one that's succeeding against them.
Yeah.
I feel like I was looking back at the last 10 matchups against the Islanders. The Leafs actually destroyed them last year. It was like 7-2 or something. But I don't remember that happening. I don't remember the Leafs beating the Islanders that well. But yeah, it's like I feel like JT, there's still something lingering in his head. Still something going on about leaving or something like that. Like I feel like there's something really wrong in his head that's affecting him when he plays them. But yeah, like I said, it's been a monkey off his shoulder that he can't get off, right?
Yeah.
OT was also bullshit. Like there was one moment where McCabe caused an icing when he was trying to pass to Matthews, but Marner was wide open on the wing. Clearly didn't see him. And then that cost them the goal because they had to stay on the ice and they were in their defensive zone and fucking Barzal puts it in. So it was a tough watch towards the end of the game because we just couldn't create chances.
Fair. Yeah, it was in the game 3 was the same thing. Like I felt it's just like the Avalanches were really good. And then like first half is play well. And Keith was saying that they like that line with with Bertuzzi, Nylander, and I forget it was Domi. I'm not sure, but it was a lot like just terrible. And do you think the reason they're playing this shitty is because of defense or just effort in general? Like in
I
this,
think it's effort in general.
yeah. Well, that fucking
Like obviously we put the effort in at the beginning of the game. That's obviously happening. And then we just can't close out a game. We can't close it out. We have how many overtime losses do we have this year? Like 7 or 8?
yeah.
Like we have 8 overtime losses. That's a perfect example of what the problem is.
Yeah.
Like I think we've been in like 17 overtime games, or like resulted in a shootout. Like it's not good, man.
I've been saying, oh, we got the point way too much this season.
Because yeah, like I hate saying that. I hate saying that. It's brutal.
Yeah, and like game 4, it's not even like we had a chance. I mean, we started off again, 1-0. We get the lead, ties it, and then 2, and then tie it again. It's shitty, you know. A lot of these games are very, very close. They feel the exact same. I feel like I'm watching the same game over and over again. But I don't know, man. Like there was I have a tweet here by it wasn't Sheldon Keefe. Here we go. It was Craig Button.
Okay.
On the Leafs, he says the Maple Leafs think they're Stanley Cup contenders? Question mark. I'm not buying it. And
yep.
I mean that's fair to say. Like honestly, like I just the way this team is playing, it's not like I don't know. It just doesn't feel the energy isn't there, bro.
No, but I feel like this is like a usual lull in the Leafs season.
These are
like they're gonna that March when it comes late February, March time, then they're gonna turn it up and like actually try. I feel like this happens every year. Like December, January, they just fuck up a bunch of games, and then they're like, "Oh shit, we need to actually make the playoffs." So now let's actually try hard and get a fucking playoff spot. So I feel like that's gonna happen, and we're gonna be talking about like how they're gonna destroy everyone in the playoffs. They look so good right now. No, this happens every year, man.
Right now, we're the dog days of the season.
Oh, 100%.
You think they're
middle? We're in the middle. We're in the middle of the season, so I feel like this happens every year with the Leafs. Like they're always fucking losing stupid games, and then once it comes February, March time, then they're going to be like, "Oh shit, we actually have to win."
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it was tough, man.
It's like I wrote this down. Like it feels like every time someone play like our teams that play the Leafs, they have something to prove, and I feel like we're just there, just showing up, just to play. Like we're not even there to prove anything. Oh, we can beat this team. No, we're just there to fucking pass the paycheck and leave.
Let's hope not. Let's hope that's.
Like,
I want to see this.
yeah,
But I mean, right now I'm more in NFL mode. Probably you are the same way right now. I'm more painted.
yeah. Like I,
More to be positive about. This team's a fun. Bills are a fun team to watch, whereas right now the Leafs are not, and they
yeah,
win one. And it's too bad, man. It's too bad when it's like this because it's just shitty. It's shitty hockey, and
yeah.
well, Matthew, like those guys are they're gonna switch around if you care enough about this team, you believe that they're gonna turn it around, and which I do. So they hopefully they do. I mean, and I think they will. I know.
Well, yeah, I feel like this week will be the deciding factor because they are playing tough teams this week. They have Edmonton away, who is on a fucking hot streak right now. They think they've won like 11 straight games.
Jesus Christ.
So that's like McDavid, Draisaitl, like they're fucking clicking right now. Yeah, they got away. They're on a Western Canadian road trip. They got Edmonton, Calgary, Vancouver, who's obviously they've been fucking amazing this year. That's gonna be a tough game. And obviously earlier in the year, Vancouver got destroyed by them. Destroyed. There was like 5-2. So I think the Vancouver is gonna want like a revenge game. They're gonna want to beat the Leafs. So I feel like that's gonna be a tough game. And then they have Seattle back to back with the Vancouver game. So that's going to be another tough one. Seattle's always solid. So I feel like
they face the Oilers tonight, and then
yeah,
Thursday it's Flames. Then they got Jets 2 games after that, which Jets.
Yeah, they're fucking amazing too. Like they're playing amazing. So that's going to be a tough 2 game stretch, which I'm not excited to watch.
Yeah.
Fuck, Winnipeg, like all these Canadian teams are playing well this year. Winnipeg, Vancouver, Edmonton. Usually it's the other way around. Usually it's just Toronto and Edmonton playing well. Like all these Canadian teams. Gary Bettman is not happy right now. He wants like Nashville and fucking Vegas and shit to be like, oh, we're the top. No, I just hope a Canadian team.
It's good for the league.
I just hope yeah, it's great for the league. I just hope when Canadian teams are playing well, the league is at its best. I feel.
Yeah,
because
you got Canada booming, man. That's what you want. You got them buzzing.
So I hope a Canadian team at least makes it to the final this year. Other than fucking Montreal. Fuck them.
Who's the last team a Canadian team won the Stanley Cup?
Montreal. 94.
94? Holy shit.
Yeah, it's been 30 years, yeah.
Wow, my God.
Well, it's gonna be 30 years if no one else wins. No, not 94, sorry, 93. 93. So it has been 30 years. Yeah. 94 was the Rangers. So yeah, like I just hope a team makes it to the finals this year, whether it be Edmonton, Vancouver, Winnipeg, or even us if we can fucking win 2 rounds or 3 rounds.
4.
Fuck, let alone 1 round. Fuck, you win 2 or 3.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I like Canadian teams to succeed, man.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, well, I think that ends it off for the Leafs news. We got a couple of Jays stuff to do.
Yep.
So, sadly, our guy Jordan Hicks signed a deal with the Giants for $44 million. I think that is a bit of a, I don't know. It's a lot of money for Jordan Hicks. He had a good season this year. He has incredible stuff. All he needs to do is throw his fastball, which is like, averages like 99, 100. Can get it up to 104, I've seen. So they want him to be a starter for the Giants. I don't know what the Giants are doing in terms of trying to get this guy to be a starter because he tried in St. Louis, did not work at all. He's a good pitcher, but I think he can be a very, very good closer and should be a very good closer. It's too bad the Jays couldn't sign him back, but I mean, there was never a chance, I don't think.
Yeah, he was. I liked him a lot when it came to like closing out games and shit.
No,
he's really good. He's a solid player. I liked him a lot. Yeah, it's sad to see him go, but 11 mil. That's probably what he was asking from the Jays. Like 11 mil was.
Jays weren't giving him.
Yeah, it's a lot of money for a.
Yeah, whereas you can
for a closer.
in the Rule 5 draft, and you can find relievers who have been DFA'd because it's such a who knows what he's going to be like next year. That's the thing about relievers is they switch up so much in their ability to be a good reliever. Like you have years where Edwin Diaz is fucking terrible, and then next year he puts up a 1.1.3 ERA. And
Mm-hmm.
so it changes every year. Anthony Bass was great last year. What the fuck happened to that guy? He's throwing popcorn on the floor in a airplane and then calling out the LGBTQ community and like boycott. Just the dumbest thing you can do, bro. It's just such an idiot. That guy's the biggest idiot in the world. So that's the whole deal with relievers. You never know. It's all wild cards. So we'll see.
Hey, you're right about Edwin Diaz. 2.7, 3.2, 1.9, then 5.5,
Exactly.
then 1.75, then 3.4, and then 1.3 ERA. It's ridiculous.
So
I guess it's going to be an off year for Diaz this year.
the best. It's hard to say. Well, yeah, until he comes back from his injury, because last year he was
That's right.
tore his ACL or something like that. But yeah, we'll see what Jordan Hicks is like. He's got incredible stuff. It's command is the issue with him. It's like command, the Jays command wise, but it's weird. Like, yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm curious to know. It's a good park to go to. Also, Giants, like the long ball. It's hard to hit home runs there, like super hard, that giant wall. But yeah, next on the Jays news, though, Vladdy and the Jays did not meet on their agreement and now have to go to arbitration for the year. So it's tough for the Jays and tough for Vladdy, I'm going to say. Like, it's going to be it's never a fun situation because they're explaining the reasons why he doesn't deserve money rather than why he deserves, to be signed. It's like, no, he was shit to the last 2 years. And I don't know if he'll be in the room, I would assume. That's like, and then he's got his agents there, and the Jays have their agents or attorneys or whatever it is. Then you got somebody who's deciding, whether or not he deserves that money. He was asking for 19 mil, and then the Jays put down 18 point something, 18.05 looked like.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It's a small percentage, even though it is a lot, like a mil difference. But at the same time, I think, yeah, he hasn't been good last year. He was not good last year.
No.
Year before, yeah, he was good the year before, but he's not that worthy. Especially last year. If you're just comparing last year's stats, like he's tough, man. It was tough. So
yeah, guys talking about all of his. It's going to be a movie. Guys putting out fucking Star Wars Last Jedi movies.
Last Jedi.
I don't know what the yeah.
Tomatoes movie.
He's got to be putting out Empire Strikes Back type level of production this year.
Saying last year or in the first episode, right?
He's like the first season was like when he said when he banged 48 homers, he's like that was just the trailer. Next year it's the movie. Yeah, you gotta. I guess he's got to step it up a little bit.
Got to step it up, and he's got to be a contributor. And I think there's been issues with just like him and refusing to listen to certain coaches. I think not going to confirm that, but I did read an article where it was like he needs to switch up the way he's hitting because he wants to hit a certain way, and everyone's like, yeah, you got to do this, you got to do that way. It's got to be annoying, but it's also you gotta do it, man. So I feel bad.
Yeah.
For him, but yeah, that's it.
I just hope he plays well, man, because he's our starter. He's like our main guy.
Yeah,
he's like the star player of our team, and when he's not playing good, our team's not playing good. So
yeah,
it's a tough situation for him.
For sure. All right. Well, we got our to finish it off this episode. We got our movie of the week. Do you have one prepared for this week?
I sure do. I sure do. And it is a banger. Okay. It is a banger and a half. Okay. I looked on Letterboxd, and you had a low rating for this.
Oh.
Which I was very disappointed about. Okay. But I got Heat. Movie Heat, directed by Michael Mann. One of my favorite movies ever.
Damn.
It is that my dad suggested to me a while back. Never got a chance to watch it. I watched it for the first time, I think last year, maybe the year before that, and it was fantastic.
Yeah.
It has my two favorite actors ever, Robert De Niro and Al Pacino in it. And boy, do they fucking I don't know how they weren't nominated for Oscars or anything like that. I was doing some research on it. They didn't get one nomination for
Yeah.
this movie, which is very disappointing because they were both at they had like a kind of post prime in this time. Like they had like De Niro was kind of doing some good movies. Pacino was obviously on a hot streak after his Oscar win, Scent of a Woman. So they were both on it in this time, and it's their first movie together. Godfather Part Two doesn't really count because didn't have scenes together, but
No.
yeah, but like they had that scene in the diner where they're just talking to each other, like it's insane.
Yeah.
I love this movie. It's like best. I think it's the best cops and robbers movie. A lot of action, great acting, obviously. When you have De Niro and Pacino in there, Val Kilmer as well, Tom Sizemore, great actors and actresses in this.
Yeah. There's a lot.
Uh, Even Natalie Portman's in this. Young Natalie Portman's in this as Al Pacino's daughter. Yes, great film. Little long. I think it's just under 3 hours. But the opening scene, if you just give it a try, watch the opening scene.
Oh
The
yeah.
opening scene
No, I see.
says it all.
No. Yeah.
It is just like amazing filmmaking. Yeah, give Heat a try.
Very
Great film.
yeah, no, for sure. Okay, for mine though, I did something different, pretty different like film from what you chose in Heat. It's called Me and Earl and the Dying Girl. I don't know if you've seen it. It's comedy slash.
No.
It's like a comedy drama movie. It's about this who's like who very socially awkward. He's not really friends with anybody at school, but he is friends at the same time, but not close friends. And that's kind of his situation. He's a filmmaker, and he loves making movies with his buddy. He's got this friend of his that where they just hang out and make these dumb like kind of parody movies of stuff. And it's about him in this relationship with this girl that he likes a lot, but finds out that she is dying and she has cancer.
Mm,
So it's their relationship over the time and period of her chemotherapy and her as she slowly gets sicker and sicker. But it's a really good film. Heartwarming. It's fun. It's not popular. It's not a very popular film. It wasn't like not too many people know about it. It's on Crave. I'm pretty sure it's on Prime Video. So you check it out then. There's a couple like good actors in it, like Nick Offerman's in it, who plays Ron Swan,
mm,
absolute goat. John
hmm
Bernthal plays a teacher in it. He's really
Oh
good.
yeah.
Love John Bernthal. Molly Shannon, Connie Britton, who played the mom in White Lotus, if you saw that.
Okay.
First season, and then Olivia Cook, who was in Ready Player One. She played the girl with the
Goated movie.
yeah, and then Thomas Mann, who's in a bunch of stuff, but you never see him. I forget what other movie.
Oh yeah, Project X.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Guy's a beauty.
So he's in a bunch of that stuff, and he's good in that. And he's good in this movie. So, but yeah, highly recommend. It's easy to watch too. It's not a long movie. It's probably half the runtime of Heat. So, uh, yeah. So there you go. Those are our recommendations. Hope
Yeah.
you enjoyed. Anything else? Go Bills, man. Let's get a W.
Yeah, let's have a big week here from both teams. We need a big week from the Leafs
Is
because
this
they're struggling right now.
right here against the Chiefs? Because it's gonna be tough, man. This is gonna be tough. Like, and especially if we lose against the Chiefs, it's gonna hurt.
Oh, I think if the Bills lose this week, it's gonna hurt more than the other one. I think just how much shit talking I'm doing right now, it would just be brutal. But I think we're in the right place right now. Right place. We're playing in the right stadium. It's I feel very confident going into this game. Very confident. The only downside is the injuries because a lot of defensive players are getting injured last night, which I was not happy about. and you could see that like later on in the game, we were struggling against the Pittsburgh offense,
Yeah.
who is not very strong, and like all of our linebackers are injured, which is going to be if we're playing two second string guys for this Chiefs team, it's not going to be a fun defensive battle. Josh is going to have to show up a little bit more, but yeah, I feel confident that we can win this game next week.
Fair enough. Yeah, no, I like
Yeah.
it. Like it a lot. All right. Well, thank you guys for listening. Check us out on YouTube, Spotify. Hopefully soon we're going to be on Apple Music and everything like that. Amazon. That'd be great to get onto those apps as well. Just make sure that you guys are stay tuned with us. We got episodes coming each week. TikToks are coming out. Go check those out. They're awesome. And make sure to give us a follow. We want to and share with your friends if you like the podcast and you like the show. So make sure you're doing all that stuff. Thank you for supporting us, and have a good week. Let's get after it. Hopefully these Leafs win this week, and we don't have to worry about them anymore. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
cheers.